Emancipation Committee is holding a press conference to announce its plans for the 175th commemoration of the Emancipation Proclamation on July 3rd, 2023. The chairwoman will announce the committee's official website, reveal the names of the 175th Keepers of the Flame, and unveil the official commemorative license plate. You can watch that presser at 2:30 this afternoon, Atlantic Standard Time, right here on our Facebook Live, or on the Government Access Channel, which is channels 27 or 527 if you have VIA. At this time, I'll turn over this afternoon's briefing to Assistant Commissioner Malloy. Good day. Welcome to the Government House Weekly Press Briefing for the week of February 21st. For the benefit of the radio listening audience, I am Government House Communications Director Richard Mota. Let me first apologize for the delay. We are having some technical issues with our audio connection, so if we experience any glitches this afternoon, please accept our apologies in advance. We will try our best to work through them. Assistant Commissioner Ruben Malloy is joining me this afternoon for the latest COVID-19 data and information on where Virgin Islanders can get a COVID-19 test, vaccine, and booster this week. Along with Commissioner Malloy and me are DPNR Commissioner John Pierre Oriol and Virgin Islands Water and Power Authority's Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Noel Hodge. Before I begin this afternoon's briefing, however, I want to take this opportunity to wish Governor Bryan a happy birthday and many, many more years of health, wealth, and all of God's favor. Happy birthday, Governor, and I hope you are enjoying your day. As you can see, we have a full house at this week's briefing, so before I turn over this afternoon's briefing to the next guest, I want to remind you all that the 175th Emancipation Committee is holding a press conference to announce its plans for the 175th commemoration of the Emancipation Proclamation on July 3rd, 2023. The chairwoman of the committee will also announce the committee's official website, reveal the names of the 175 Keepers of the Flame, and unveil the official commemorative license plate marking this year's commemoration. You can watch that press conference at 2:30 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time right here on our Facebook Live or on the Government Access Channel, which is channels 27 and 527 if you have VIA. So at this time, I'll turn over the briefing to Assistant Commissioner Malloy. Commissioner?
Thank you, Director Mota. Good afternoon, beautiful people of the Virgin Islands. Once again, the Department of Health would like to thank Governor Albert Bryan Jr. and his office for this opportunity to update the public. Before we begin, on behalf of the Honorable Commissioner of Health, Justa Encarnacion, and Department of Health staff, we extend heartfelt congratulations to Commissioner Positive Nelson and his team at the Department of Agriculture for hosting the tremendously successful 2023 Virgin Islands Agriculture and Food Fair. Thank you to the entire DOH team who worked so hard to support this family-friendly cultural event. Over the course of the three-day event, we were able to provide the public with a variety of basic health screenings, health-related information, COVID-19 vaccines and boosters and vaccinations for the flu. We would also like to wish Governor Albert Bryan Jr. a happy birthday. May God continue to bless, protect, and guide you, your family, and your loved ones. Today, we have a total of 44 active cases territory-wide, 28 on St. Croix, 15 on St. Thomas, and 1 on St. John. And our hospitalizations territory-wide total 1. 0 on St. Croix at JFL, and 1 on St. Thomas at SRMC. Please note that we do have the presence of the newer variants here in the territory. Our latest sequencing results from the past 63 samples indicate that the majority of the variants we are currently seeing are XB, B, and BQ1. Please remember, the bivalent vaccine is still the best protection from COVID-19, and everyone aged 6 months and older is urged to become vaccinated and boosted. Please remember, if you have not become boosted by the bivalent vaccine, you are not protected against the latest COVID-19 variants. Vaccines remain available on St. Croix for adults on the second floor of number 35 Castle Coakley, Unit 5, known as the Old Carib Home Center building. The hours of operation for COVID-19 and influenza vaccine clinics are 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Thursday. No appointments are necessary for vaccines. For information, please call the Community Health Clinic at 340-718-1311, extension 3760 or 3796. For children, vaccines are available at the Maternal Child Health Clinic, also in the Old Carib Home Center building. For more information, please telephone 340-718-1311, extension 3201 or 3875. On St. Thomas, for adults, vaccines are available at the Community Health Clinic on the second floor of the Snyder Regional Medical Center, Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 12 noon, and 1:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Anyone wanting a flu vaccine on St. Thomas is asked to call 340-774-7477 to arrange an appointment. For children, vaccines are available at the Maternal Child Health Clinic. Appointments can be made by telephoning 340-777-8804, extension 2600. On St. John, vaccines are available as part of the Wednesday pop-up testing event conducted in the Virgin Islands Port Authority gravel lot. Vaccines are available between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m., and testing is conducted between 12 noon and 3 p.m. If you are ill, please get tested. If you tested negative on a home test kit and continue to feel ill, seek a confirmation test at the DOH or another provider. Anyone testing positive on the confirmation PCR test qualifies for antiviral medication that can lessen the severity of the illness, possibly shorten the duration, and avert hospitalization. Testing is free and remain available as follows. St. Croix, Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. in the Charles Howard Memorial parking lot. St. Thomas, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. at the Snyder Regional Medical Center, loading dock. And on St. John, on Wednesday, from 12 noon to 3 p.m. at the Virgin Islands Port Authority gravel lot. I would like to take this opportunity to give the public an update on some of our construction projects. The FEMA-funded Charles Howard Memorial Complex replacement project includes the complete demolition of the main building, annex building, and other permanent structures on the site, followed by the construction of the replacement building. The demolition scope includes a full clearing of the structures on the site, including demolition of the 3-story main building, the 2-story annex building, and the 5 other outer buildings, and relocation of other temporary structures on the site, such as the public health modular lab. laboratory. The demolition phase of this project began on Friday, February 10th, 2023. The project on-site work hours will be limited to 7:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, unless otherwise indicated. The duration for the abatement and demolition phase of the project is 9 months. The replacement building will be a state-of-the-art public health facility with which will be approximately 200,000 square feet in size. The new facility will promote health and wellness and house a range of clinical services such as community health, behavioral health, and family planning, as well as other public health services, including environmental health, epidemiology, and vital statistics. As we prepare the building for demolition, the public will notice a perimeter fence around the building and multiple dumpsters. Until relocated, DOH will continue some operations on the western part of the property. Access is restricted to authorized persons only. All other persons will be trespassing. During this period of growth, we apologize for any inconveniences and ask for your patience with us as we work to vastly improve the health services available to the territory. The department is also making great strides with the construction of the new building that will house the Nude Hansen Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children, also known as the WIC program. The building is adjacent to the John Moorhead Complex on St. Thomas. Groundbreaking for this project took place on Wednesday, September 28th, 2022. Since then, the foundation and walls for the first floor have been completed, and last week we began pouring concrete for the second floor. We are currently working on plumbing, electrical, and main utilities. The work is progressing nicely. Based on our current progress, we fully expect this $3.7 million, 5,200 square feet state-of-the-art structure to be completed in September of this year. The $3.7 million being used for the construction of this building comes from the original $6.3 million grant provided by the August 2018 U.S. Department of Agriculture award to the United States Virgin Islands Department of Health WIC program. The award is pursuant to the authorities of the Bipartisan Budget Act of 2018. As far as the WIC building in Frederickstead is concerned, we are extremely pleased to announce that all abatement work has been completed and work is also progressing nicely on this project. DOH is using $714,784 of the $6.3 million USDA funding for this project. This project is expected to be completed July of 2023. Also, we are about to begin the FEMA hazard mitigation funded wind and retrofitting phase to harden the external envelope of this facility. The Department of Health is extremely busy upgrading the quality and quantity of healthcare services across the territory. We have a large number of construction, renovation, and expansion projects planned for the near future. For instance, planning is underway on St. Thomas to demolish the old mental health building within the Nude Hansen complex to make way for a shared parking lot for both the Department of Health and Department of Human Services. The design is 90% complete. FEMA Public Assistance has recently decided to fund the replacement of the Nude Hansen Tower building on St. Thomas. FEMA also recently decided to repair the Eldridge Schulterbrand building in Anna's Retreat, St. Thomas. However, we have structural engineering reports that justifies replacing the building. Therefore, we are asking FEMA to reconsider their decision to repair in favor of a replacement through their dispute resolution process. We remain hopeful. And we haven't forgotten St. John. In December 2022, FEMA Public Assistance determined that Morris de Castro facility in Cruz Bay, St. John is eligible for replacement. FEMA has accepted the Widow Bryan's cost estimate in the amount of $17.5 million. For more information on our capital projects, please visit our website at doh.vi.gov/projects. We ask the public's patience and cooperation as we embark on these ambitious projects. For persons with questions or concerns, you may email them to doh.pmo@doh.vi.gov or by calling the Office of the Commissioner, 340-718-1311, extension 3602, or me, call me directly at 340-626-5686. Please be aware that Dr. Ty Hunt Caesar will be attending next week's press conference to discuss long COVID that is affecting many Virgin Islanders. Thank you again for the opportunity to share this great news. Now back to you, Director Mota.
Thank you, Assistant Commissioner Molloy. As I mentioned at the top, we have a couple of guests here with us at this week's briefing, including the Virgin Islands Water and Power Authority's Chief Operating Officer, Noel Hodge, who is here to provide an update on the potable water situation in St. Croix. So at this time, I'll turn over the briefing to Mr. Hodge.
Good afternoon. I want to say that the Virgin Islands Water and Power Authority is aware of the challenges that we experience in the St. Croix water distribution system. Basically, the Virgin Islands Water and Power Authority's production facilities is producing at full capacity, and we have more than adequate storage at our Richmond storage facilities. The challenge, however, comes in pumping the water across the island into the mid-island communities and the western communities. And so that's where our challenges are. We've had a series of pump outages and failures that has impacted us, and we are working to correct that. Some of the communities that have been affected include Clifton Hill, Estate Bethlehem, Prophet. Also in the west, we have Williams Delight, Hannah's Rest, Campo Rico, and parts of Fredericksburg. We have identified a temporary solution. We've been working with our local business partners, and we have found a replacement pump. We have found a replacement pump, which we are working today and into tomorrow to install, and hopefully we will have this issue resolved within the next 2 to 3 days. Once the pump is installed, we hope to definitely we'll see improvements over the next couple days. In terms of a longer term solution, we have sourced some parts to service the pumps that have been failing, and those parts are expected to arrive in the territory next week, and we're going to schedule same-day installations. We have been working closely with the Department of Education, and our crews are making adjustments to the system to prioritize our schools and keeping our kids into in-person learning. We've also been working closely with the Virgin Islands Housing Authority, to do the same. Additional long-term efforts include a water rehabilitation program. WAPA has been awarded a prudent replacement of the water system for the island of St. Croix. It is a $1 billion investment into the St. Croix water distribution system, basically where we will be replacing and bringing our water infrastructure up to industry standards over the next, I think we're going to complete in 5 to 10 years if basically the whole system will be replaced. We have been on the local radio stations this morning, and we'll continue to do that throughout the remainder of this week to keep the public informed. You can also stay updated on social media and download the Everbridge app and create an account at www.viwapa.vi and sign up for the alerts. We want to thank the public for his assistance in practicing water conservation during this time. I'd also like to thank the hardworking men and women of the Virgin Islands Water Power Authority for going above and beyond during this time, as well as our local business partners in their assistance to the authority. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Hodge. I just want to repeat where residents can go to get real-time information from the authority by downloading it's the Everbridge app. If you go to WAPA's website, www.viwapa.vi, you can find that information there, and you download that, you sign up for it, and you can get real-time information on outages and any types of interruptions. So make sure you do that so you could stay on top of the latest on what's happening with the authority. So thank you for that information, Mr. Hodge. For the better part of the last 30 years, that's right, 30 years, 3 decades, there has been talk in our community about the important need for a land and water use plan. Today, I am proud that the Brian Roach administration is progressing and making that a reality here. To provide you with information on the latest on that endeavor is DPNR Commissioner Jean-Pierre Oriol. Commissioner Oriol, floor is yours.
The U.S. Virgin Islands. On behalf of the Department of Planning and Natural Resources, I'd like to extend an invitation to the community to participate in the upcoming town hall meetings beginning next week for the development of a comprehensive land and water use plan. Our planning team, led by the Horsley Witten Group, is working with us and our government partners to gather as much information as possible to be part of the plan. Recent plans such as Vision 2040, the Agriculture Plan, our own recent watershed assessments, as well as our coastal and social vulnerability indexes, all will go into the upcoming plan. But in addition to agency plans, we need the input from the private individuals and businesses to make this effort successful. This will be the first in a series of town hall meetings on each island, and we are offering both evening and afternoon opportunities to participate, hopefully accommodating various schedules. Our town hall meetings will begin on St. Thomas, February 28th from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. and again on March 1st from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Both will be at the DPNR main offices in the VIA building in the Tupsu Park Mall. On March 2nd and 3rd, we'll be having the meetings on St. John. We are currently scheduled for both meetings to take place at the Legislature building. However, we are trying to accommodate meetings in Coral Bay. Please stay tuned as we should finalize everything by tomorrow. On March 7th, we will be at the UVI Great Hall from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. and again from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on March 8th. For more information, please visit www.planusvi.com. And I'd like to conclude by asking everyone to please be part of this process. It is better to be part of the constructive portions at the building something together than destructive later on. And I am looking to seeing you all there. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Commissioner Oriol. In closing this afternoon, the Virgin Islands government is making strides in transforming our islands' physical, educational, and healthcare infrastructure post-Hurricanes Irma and Maria. Of course, the Office of Disaster Recovery and the Departments of Health and the Department of Education lead that charge. With that, I am pleased to announce that the Department of Education is celebrating the groundbreaking of the new Arthur A. Richards Pre-K through 8 school this week in St. Croix. You can view that groundbreaking ceremony on the department's Facebook page at facebook.com/usvi.vide or on our Facebook page right here at facebook.com/governmenthouseUSVI. And as always, you can tune in via the Government Access channel, which are channels 27 and 527 if you have VIA. That concludes our briefing this afternoon. As I mentioned, we had some technical difficulties with our audio, and so we are unable to have the media patched in. My sincere apologies for that. Media who were on the line or joining us virtually, you can please reach out to me for any of the questions you may have had this afternoon, and I'll do my best to connect you with either Assistant Commissioner Malloy or Mr. Hodge to get those questions answered. Thank you again, and thank you for your patience with us this afternoon. And stay tuned, because in a few minutes we will have the 175th Emancipation Committee with an update on the latest from the committee on their plans to celebrate this year's 175th commemoration of the Emancipation Proclamation. Thank you and have a good afternoon.